We are live in second attempt. Why doesn't it look nice today? I'm sorry about the picture. I hope it's workable. So, and where is the chat? The chat is there. So, yeah, let's see if anybody's going to join today and hopefully have some question. Are there one looking? No. Zero one. So let's give it a minute more and see if somebody is coming and hopefully have some question. So, okay. Well, the last shorts I put up to this morning is same as usually. It's been showing in 3 feeds and one I've seen the video. So I'm not surprised if nobody comes see. And the video yesterday was also about only 20 people see it. So it's hard with YouTube to get the message out there that I'm live. So I was hoping the 2 shorts I put up this time would be enough to somebody come, but yeah. Anyway, after the chat, the live chat last week, I got a question because I spoke about DNA last week. So I was asked if I also, if I only use DNA or I go for finding the paper trail also. And actually DNA is just an amazing tool that I just been used for the last few months and mostly the last couple of months, and it's amazing. But even with DNA, you still need to find papers on people. If you, of course, if you have a close DNA, you don't need it. But let me give you an example of how to use the DNA mixed with the paper trail. So in the case of my mother's cousin, the DNA tested was my mother cousin was unknown to us, and also she didn't know anything about us. So it was her grandchildren that was tested. So first of all, we have to find out our way from them to us, which we first was on the father-mother side, because the story about her was that she was adopted. And because we knew there was something that we didn't know about this part of the family, so of course our attention was fast on her. And and first I couldn't find much information about her. But when I got in contact with the grandmother, she first confirmed that her mother was from the same city as my mother's family. So of course I had to look into her, but all the paper I find didn't lead to my family. And I had to rule out her husband also, and I have to, and she also have been told who her father was by the archives like 50 years ago. So in 50 years, she thought she had a Polish father. And when I find out that the only possible way to come from her to our family would be that my mother's uncle was her father. And the first paper I went to look for, because I knew that he was in town at that time, because my mother and her mother was also at that time back in that city. So I knew that he was there. So I requested the paper for when in Denmark you have to tell when you move, and unfortunately at that time there was not like very. It looked like sometimes they did it, sometimes they did not. So when I got her uncle's paper, it said that he was living where we knew he was in the beginning of the war. But then it also said that he moved from that place 10 years later. And we knew that midway he was not living there, because my mother have living together with him when she was just a couple of years old. So I find some other paperwork about tax payment. And in the tax payment, it confirmed that he stayed in the same house as where my mother was when she was small. So even the paper that should tell where he stayed, he have never been registered to living in that house, and he have probably been living there for at least 5 years. Anyway, so the paper confirmed that he was where we expected him to be. Also, the paperwork confirmed that he was married before, and then we also knew out of paperwork that his wife left him when during the war. So then it was the new cousin, his daughter, her mother. We find the paperwork say that the family was living just a few hundred meters from where my family was living. But on her paper, it actually said that she moved from that city to Copenhagen 3.5 months after she got pregnant. So everything started to look like that my uncle and her mother had actually met each other, because she moved from there 3.5 months after she got pregnant. and they was living just a few hundred meters from each other. And I also later got confirmed that her later daughter actually still visit the family's house. Even the mother had or his girlfriend at that time, I was supposed, she had moved from there. So it doesn't look like anybody come online today. So paper trail, yes. So Alan sent me a request about 3 of his family members in USA. I have been looking mostly into one of them, and he was interested in if they have got any children that could lead him to somebody living today. So I find quite a few of the census, and I find out that he had been married at least 3 times, most probably 3 times. His first marriage was already in 1902, and unfortunately, I haven't been able to find a census where I find him and his wife. So they could have got children, but his second wife, when they got divorced, there was no children. And the third wife, we find so many census, and at no time there was any children living together with them. So, and we can follow them all the way to their die. And they are on the same gravestone. So from the last 2 marriages, I'm pretty sure there is no children. There could be children from the first marriage. So I have to see if I can find something more about them. Hopefully I can find the census from 1910. So far I haven't had any luck with that. I mean, if I find that one, we could see if they still stay together, and if they stay together, and if there's any children. In the 1920th census, it say he's already divorced, and there is no children living with him, which also is not normal at that time. It will most likely live with his ex-wife. And that's also another thing that surprised me about USA, that is, I mean, if it had been in Denmark in that time, divorce was not a common thing. But he had been divorced 2 times, and I also saw in the census more people around him was divorced. So, I mean, in the beginning of the 19th centuries, it's looked like it was common in USA to get a divorce, where in Denmark it will be quite uncommon. But anyway, he got married 3 times, and that's also what is normal for that time, that if you don't have a wife, you find one quite fast. So anyway, the last 2 I will look into a little bit more. It looked like both of them died quite young. So, hi, somebody come online. Welcome to the live chat. I hope you have some question. Please write in the chat below what you want to ask about. and a thumbs up. Thank you very much. So I hope you have some question. Please write it below and I will do my best to answer you. So anyway, for the last two brothers of Alan, I will look into it and see if they got any children. So from his tree, I can see they've been unmarried. So the possibility is there. But anyway, they died quite young after what I already seen, but I have to look more into it. So I hope, hi Alan. Oh, how are you, Alan? I've just been talking about your case and also been talking about what we find out about William. And I will look into the two other brother later. Like I said, they died quite young, but they could still have children. So let's see if we can find somebody. Do you have any other question, Alan? Then please come and read it. So, Alan, I've just been talking about different ways to mix with DNA and the paperwork. Of course, DNA, if you have a very, very close match like your father, your sister, or something, it's not necessary with the paperwork. But as soon as you get a little bit more out, you need to find a paper to confirm that how your family is connected together. I know also many people that have building their tree, they use DNA just to confirm that their tree is okay. And it was not a reason. I took the DNA test, but I have when I saw what is possible to do with DNA, I actually used it to confirm some of the distant families in my tree and find the trail down to them. So when you go to your great grandfather and find a great grandson, it's amazing. If you already start to build a tree down there and then you find somebody and you see in their tree they have some names and you can start building your trees together, it's that's where DNA also is amazing. But without the paperwork, you will not get much out of it. Like another example is my my second cousin. When she took the DNA test, she was so disappointed about her result because she said, "I don't know anybody on the one any of the matches I have, and I can't get anything out of it." And I used just a couple of minutes to confirm who her father was because she didn't know who her father. It's not true she didn't know, but she had two opportunities. So so because she have two opportunities, I quite fast find out who have her father in the tree. There was two that had her father and two that had her grandmothers in the tree. So within just a couple of minutes, I could confirm who her father was. And when she looked by herself, because she didn't know what to look after, yeah, she thinks she couldn't find out who her father was. I do have tests before 12 years ago, but it's not longer uploaded today. You did a great job. I just want you to know. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I will look into the two other brothers also, Alan, and still I'm missing. I really want to find the census for on 1910 on William, because if there should be any children, it should be in 1910. I haven't been able to find it yet. Either that or something else that could confirm that that he have children or not. So if you tested 12 years ago, oh, that's a long time ago. What company did you test with at that time? Because yeah, that's a long time ago. If you was looking for USA, I will probably think Ancestry or 23andMe will be the best option, where I've used all my time on my heritage. And what did you find out from your DNA test? I mean, 12 years ago, not so many people tested at that time. So I believe also you did not have a lot of matches at that time. I mean, I can see I tested nearly 2 years ago, and and the matches I have is already up. Like I think I had about 6,000 matches when I was tested, and now I have 9. So it's like going up to 50% up just in 2 years. But yeah, for sure, looking and finding the paper is amazing, and mixing it with DNA is another amazing thing. I'm just impressed about the DNA, how precise it is, and how far distant you can find relatives, and quite easy. The test was from Sørensen Molecular Genetic Foundation. The match I had was from the 9th generation. Yeah, the American Revolution. A tons of arrogant families. Yeah, 9th generation. Yeah, that's that's very very distant. You see, that's also the problem. I'm helping my wife have a DNA test with a girl that I adopted in Sweden, but she's born in Thailand. And because not many people in Thailand take the DNA test, so there's not that many matches, and not many good matches. So that's also like quite distant. It's like great grandfathers, great grandchildren. And again, the problem with Thai people that have been tested is that they don't know much more of their family than the maybe 2 generation back. And when you go back 9 generation, it's like, yeah, nearly impossible to find it out. I know that the hill tribe she is a part of, they are knowing up to 60 generation backs, which sounds crazy. So I would hope I could get in contact with some of her DNA matches and ask if any of their own they know their way back to the 6th generation, the 60 generations, because if they know just a few generations back, and we can start connect who is together with who, that will be nice. I just need 4 or 5 generations back from them, but the rumors say that they know up to 60 generation from of their ancestors, which sounds crazy. So, but anyway, Alan, if you are looking for living people, that's a amazing way to find living people far out in your tree. And especially when you're looking in USA, so many people are tested in USA, so it can add so many living people to your tree that would be amazing. So maybe even the tree you are missing, some if just one of their grandchildren or great grandchildren have been tested, then you will find a way back to your tree. So Alan, do you have any other question about how to finding your family? And please let me know. I got drawn to your old to your earlier videos because you discussed about climbing down the tree and you found your cousin. Yes. Yeah. DNA you can climbing up, paperwork you're climbing down. The paperwork will work for all the official knowing children and also the DNA. So yeah, definitely you can. Is that missing in the tree? Well, feel well. Is that missing in the tree now? Well, I think Walter we have the most. I think for Walter we need to find the 1910 census to see if he had any children there. Otherwise, I think Walter didn't got any children from the second and third married, and for Royal and what is the last one? Both of them died quite young, but I will look into them, see if I can find something. If I remember right, was it Royal that was married 2 times? So if we can find the divorce on that one also, it will say if there is any children from that marriage. So yeah, I will look more into it. So do you have anything you'd like to know about how to find your family, or what to do next? Also, if somebody comes see this later, please share, like, and subscribe. Like I said, I put up 2 shorts to promote this live chat, and the last one I posted this morning. Only 1 people have seen it. It have been shown to 3 people, and 1 people see it, and the first one have been shown to about 20 people. So I'm not surprised there's not more people coming live because, yeah, my video is not really being shared by YouTube. So anybody that can share the message about I'm I'm here to help people find their biological family. Share the message. If you know anybody looking for their biological family, then please share this with them and let them contact me if they like my help. I do it free of charge. I think it's I like to do research. I think it's very interesting, and when we find people and bring people together, is that's my dream. The more people I can help, the more happy I will be. So yeah, please share the message. Okay, so it looked like Alan have left the chat. So I don't know if I have problem. I have here bad signal. Yeah, that's okay. If you don't have more question, Alan, I don't know if you hear. Yeah, I see you're back on. If you hear me and if you have any question, then please let me know. Otherwise, I think maybe I should do this again next week and see if maybe try to make some more shorts to get the message out there before going live again. So anyway, Alan, if you have any question, please write them, and then I will be happy to answer. Yeah, for sure. We will continue looking for for the three brothers and see what we can find, if they have got any children or not. So, okay. I will also say thanks for coming, Alan, and enjoy your the rest of your weekend. Yeah, maybe see you. I think I do it again next Saturday, same time. So see you there. Bye bye. Take care, all of you, and again share the message. The more that know about it, you more people I can help. So see you next weekend. Have a nice day.